We Are The Daleks is a very strange Dalek story. It almost exists on a different plane to the other Dalek stories of the Seventh Doctor's era. Set before the events of Remembrance of the Daleks, at least from the Doctor's point of view, this story appears to feature the Imperial Daleks, going off the Dalek we see on the cover, more on that later, and also features a giant building in the shape of a Dalek, more on that later too, which has appeared overnight at the centre of a Dalek scheme to hijack planet Earth using capitalism and the free market. Like a lot of Seventh Doctor stories, this one is overtly political, and makes clear its disdain for both free market economics and politicians in general. The Emperor Dalek directly states his plan to abandon conquest by military might and embrace a tactic of infiltration, using capitalism and money to take over worlds and slowly harvest their resources, eventually turning them into slave worlds. Apparently this scheme worked on several previous planets, as the Daleks take politicians and investors on tours of Skaro to show them what Earth could be like if they pledged their financial loyalty to the Daleks. It's very strange indeed. This is why I believe that this audio does not actually feature Imperial Daleks at all, and that the cover art simply uses an Imperial Dalek because that design is closely associated with the Seventh Doctor. For one, the Imperial Daleks were made by Davros, who set himself up as Dalek Emperor of the Imperial faction, and does not feature in this audio. Secondly, while the Imperial Daleks did control Skaro, this audio does not specify what time period this version of Skaro is. For all we know, it could be a version of Skaro from hundreds, perhaps thousands of years before the events of Remembrance of the Daleks. This audio also features several links to Asylum of the Daleks, strangely enough. The massive building shaped like a Dalek that appears in this audio is implied to be the same one that appears on Skaro at the beginning of Asylum of the Daleks. This audio also has a potential origin story for the Dalek Prime Minister, further distancing the Daleks in this audio from the Imperial faction. Nonetheless, We Are The Daleks does a good job of characterising the Daleks as hateful creatures who like nothing more than to kill. Their immense restraint when pretending to host the delegates is reminiscent of Power of the Daleks or Victory of the Daleks, and there is even a coy reference to the latter story when the Daleks ask their guests if they want beverages. This audio also features a side plot in which Mel investigates a video game being developed by a company secretly controlled by the Daleks. The Daleks use the players of the video game to control drones to attack rebel colonies, which is an interesting idea that plays on the Daleks' ruthless efficiency, and also somewhat references the idea of children being used as part of Dalek battle computers from Remembrance of the Daleks. The highlight of We Are The Daleks is the Seventh Doctor himself, who regards almost every character in the story with undisguised contempt. Sylvester McCoy has a field day with the lines in this audio, especially during his scenes with the Dalek Emperor. Celia Dunthorpe, a UK politician who sides with the Daleks, is a delightfully horrible character who perfectly illustrates the ruthless pragmatism of certain prominent figures in British political history. Overall, We Are The Daleks is a great listen. It's definitely a strange story, but it's a fun story nonetheless. Having the Seventh Doctor and Mel face the Daleks together is great, as that never happened in Classic Who, and the occasional references to Moffat-era New Who Dalek episodes are very interesting for Dalek fans. What do you think? Have you listened to We Are The Daleks? What other Doctor companion pairings who never fought the Daleks on screen would you like to feature in future Big Finish Dalek audios? Let me know in the comments below.